So what's up, guys? Today we're actually going to be talking about the Lavender Town theme song. And though we're not going to be focusing directly on the actual creepypasta itself, but we're more going to take it to a scientific level and talk about the frequencies and whether something like that could be possible or straight up crazy. So without further ado, we're going to head on right into the video, and thanks for watching.
So guys, let's start with the basics on Lavender Town. We all know that it's a pretty creepy town on itself. I mean, there's a tower for dead Pokemon, and from that's when we learned that Pokemon could die other than Team Rocket, but that's basically where we learned about death of Pokemon, and that really made us think as children, how the battling might affect our, Pokemon, and I don't know about you, but Lavender Town itself, but without the music, is pretty creepy. And let's head on back to the music. Let's talk about the music for a second, guys. The music in the creepypasta was the key factor. It says that in the creepypasta, the children would get to the town, and there was some sort of frequency in the original Japan version of Lavender Town that children would listen to, that children could hear. I've said children like 3 times now, but that's okay. That they would hear, and it had some sort of frequency that messed with their mind or something, and boom, mass suicide of Japan. Obviously this isn't true, but it's still a pretty creepypasta when you think about it. I mean, Pokemon, it's our childhood, tainted like that, it's all good, guys, all good.
Now, believe it or not, there's actually a sound that kind of makes sense to go along with this creepypasta. It's called infrasound, and I'm gonna circle it here. Here we go, guys. And so it's actually a low frequency sound that's 20 hertz or second cycles per second, which is the normal limit of human hearing. Hearing becomes gradually less sensitive as the frequency decreases for humans, blah 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 blah. And so we're gonna scroll down. There's been some histories and studies on it, and I guess this one's about World War I or something. And I'll just circle something right here for you to see about this history and study about this sound, I should say. Make it green. Yeah, green. Nah, we'll just keep it green. And so now we're going down to the human reactions, and let's look at this because it's actually really interesting when you look at the human reactions of this. And I can see right here that it's going to show some fear. I'm going to circle that right now. Where is that? It's right about right here. One study has suggested that infrasound may cause feelings of awe or fear in humans, and that kind of goes along with the Lavender Town theory. And so, is it possible that maybe there was something that kind of tied the connection between infrasound? Was there maybe infrasound in Pokemon Lavender Town? And right here we see a tone experiment about this. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm going to end up right here, but you guys can check it out later. I'll put the link for this in the description below, but that's okay. So I also did some more research more under the psychoacoustic effects of the fear frequency, which is also the other name for infrasound. And so I'm looking down here, so it says that it's also apparent that such frequencies have been used in many varying fields to provide evidence of its existence, exterior to military and police usage. Furthermore, British sociology, I don't know, researchers O'Keefe and Inglis conducted an experiment to test the effects of infrasonic frequencies on the human brain. So basically, I'm going to underline here. It's playing 4 musical pieces to 700 participants, of 2 which had 17 Hz frequencies playing unknowingly to the participants during the piece. Results found that 22% of the participants experienced feeling anxiety and fear. A similar experiment titled The Haunted Projects, and I discovered that, done by psychology research at Goldsmiths College, London, subjected 79 volunteers to an array of infrasonic frequencies. So I'm going to circle right here. 63 out of them, 79.7% of them, felt dizzy or odd. Then we have 11% experienced sadness, and 9% experienced terror. And so that's a bit interesting right here. So we keep going down, and yeah. So there's also seizures, I guess. So that's interesting to learn about. Obviously, I don't think that the original Japan version of Lavender Town theme song had the fear frequency But it's still kind of cool to think about that there is actually a noise that could drive people to suicide if they're, scared easily, hallucination, kind of like that. I mean, I can understand that, but yeah, that's been interesting. Really. So to end off, I decided to do how is infrasound used in the real world, and I'm looking at this. It's most often used in horror movies, so if you've ever watched a movie or horror movie or psychological thriller, you've probably heard the infrasound. I mean, you don't hear it, but like down here, you can't hear it. Oh wow, that was an awful circle. Oh well. So, circling down. Look, here is a speech done by Ted. They're actually really good. I like them. So if you want to check that out, that's gonna be cool. Here, I don't know why I'm circling it, but there you go. And here, I'll just for the fun of it, cool mustache and a beard. Don't even ask. Anyways, scrolling back down. So it's actually used in a lot of horror movies, as I'm seeing. It's another video. I don't even know what it's about. But it's actually kind of interesting. So down here is actually, it's called the ghost, I have no idea why they call it the ghost frequency, but yeah, there's that. And here, we'll give this little ghost, who's very happy, he seems to be happy haunting somebody. I wonder if most ghosts are happy haunting people. Here, it's a little hat. Wanting to have a little hat. Then he's a cute happy ghost. I'll give him a bigger smile, because he deserves it. He's having fun. Okay, here we go, back down. I have no idea. Okay, so sound design came in the 70s. Ooh, interesting. So you can read that. Ooh, and down here are some films that actually have had the fear frequency in it. I'll circle them right here in case that you didn't read. So, if you ever watched Forbidden Planet, never seen it, actually. And if you ever seen Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, I mean, that had infrasound in it too. Interesting. I mean, Alfred Hitchcock and The Birds, I mean, that on itself is pretty weird, but I'm gonna circle everything up here and make it look like I know what I'm doing, but, well. And basically, that's about it. That's pretty much, you can't hear it, but it makes you shake. And a good theory with a subwoofer, you may be scared by the sound, more by the sound than by what's happening on the screen. Think about that. That's kind of, I don't know how that makes me feel, honestly. Take my headphones out. So I decided that maybe, since we've looked at it, that I would play infrasound. Ooh, I spelled that wrong. Infrasound. Here we go. It's a video. This one looks weird. So I have my speaker on. Sorry, that's not it. It's just making my thing pop. Okay. This is the fear frequency. Okay. That cracking is just my speaker, but that chug 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 is the infrasound, I guess. I don't know. Kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not like, feeling fear or anything. So guys, thanks for watching the video if you made it that far. Any last words? Actually, I have no last words. I don't know. Play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's pretty cool. That's it. And yeah, I'm just gonna end on that. So, the end, guys.